bringing you a kid-friendly radio show. Every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Brit Kids Show with me, Ethan. Come on today's show, we will see if anyone can beat Libby in the leaderboard game, an interview about going back to school in the worldwide pandemic, and yet we have another TV show to add to the weekly watch list. So, episode 2 of the Nether Survival Challenge will be coming out next Thursday on my gaming channel. So, if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. So, now it is time for an interview with a Year 11 student. Hello, Olivia, and welcome to the Brit Kids Show. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, let's start off with, did you do anything special in the summer holidays?
I went to Yorkshire, which is a bit away from me. I live in Cumbria, and we just went for like a week. That was about it.
Was that nice?
Yeah, it was nice to get away.
So, what is the best thing about being in lockdown?
It was nice to have a break from school and have do work in my own hours and have breaks when I want to have breaks and things like that.
Yeah. What was the worst thing about being in lockdown?
Not seeing my friends and not seeing like my grandma and things like that because I really miss them.
Yeah, same with me. So what do you think about the rule of 6 has been put in place earlier this week on Monday?
I think it's important that we stay in like small bubbles and don't interact with a lot of people. But then again, I am going to school with a lot of other people and we're not socially distancing, so there's not really much point.
Yeah, same with my school. So what was it like going back to school for the first time since the March 20th?
Well, it was a bit weird because we have like 3 floors and we were only allowed on like a certain floor in a certain corridor. So I have a lot of lessons in the same rooms.
Yeah, the same with my school.
Yeah, so it was really bizarre with that. But also I'm in year 11 now, so everything's more about exams and stuff like that. So we have different tutor groups for lessons that you need to improve on, so it's all a bit different.
Yeah. So what rules have they put in to prevent the spread of coronavirus?
So there's corridors for year groups. So
yeah.
The stairs are one way because we have 2 staircases on either side of the school.
Yeah.
So you go up one and down the other. There's lots of one-way systems. You sanitize before you go into classrooms, and you sanitize your hands after you leave the classroom. Yeah. Year groups are all separated during break and dinner.
Yeah, that's the same with my class.
Yeah, and also teachers aren't allowed to like touch books and things like that unless they've been left for 72 hours or something like that, I think.
Yeah. So with my school, we're just doing cold dinners, so we have to bring in our packed lunch, or you can buy like sandwiches. Are you doing hot dinners or not?
Yeah, I think we're doing hot dinners, but we have like tables and you have to go up in tables. Like usually you just line up like normal, but they call up tables now and you get your food and sit back down.
So are you enjoying going back to school, and do you feel safe there?
Yeah, I feel safe. I enjoy to see my friends, but like things like buses and like when you interact with other year groups, it's just a bit, you don't feel quite safe when you're on the bus because even though everyone's wearing a mask, you're still close to each other.
Yeah. So how do you feel about having that massive time out of school and then going back into this year and doing your GCSEs. How do you feel? Do you feel prepared or do you feel behind?
I feel a bit behind, even though I did do the work in lockdown, because it wasn't as in detail, and they're just going through things now, but it's not, if you don't understand something, then they just kind of skim over it. So it's a bit difficult to catch up, even though I did do the work. But it's just a bit, it's a lot to handle because I haven't been in school for a while.
So do you get on school transport to school?
Yeah, I get on a bus.
So how is that?
It's okay. We have to wear masks, and when we come off the bus, they like spray our hands with hand sanitizer. And everyone wears a mask, but like there's no like distance in between the seats. There's no like, they're not crossed off or anything like that.
Yeah. So what do you like more, homeschooling or normal school?
I think I prefer normal school because it's more like a routine. You get back into the waking up early and things like that, and you get time at home to just relax and stuff.
Okay, so thank you for being on the show today. It's been great. Bye.
Bye.
So that was an amazing interview with Olivia. If you have a new skill that you have learnt in lockdown, or if you just want to get interviewed by me, email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and type your email interviews. So now it is time for the weekly watch list. Hello and welcome to the weekly watch list. So this week's submission to the watch list to join Lost in Space, Current War, Alex Rider and Artemis Fowl is The Mandalorian, available on Disney+. It is about a lone gunfighter that makes his way through the outer reaches of the galaxy, far away from the authority of the New Republic. It is the first live action series in the Star Wars trilogy, the Star Wars universe. It is an amazing show. I really enjoyed it. I think it's 8 episodes and it is really good. It's really worth the watch. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It's a good film. Bear in mind you do have to pay the subscription to Disney Plus for it. I'm really excited about the second series coming out on the 30th of October. But and it is set after the first 6 movies of the Star Wars trilogy, but before Star Wars The Force Awakens. But that is all I'm going to tell you. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. If you have a TV show or film that you would like to nominate for the watch list, you can leave it in the comment section down below or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com and type your email, the weekly watch list. So now it is time to see if anyone can beat Libby in the leaderboard game. Leaderboard game. Hello, Tabby, and welcome to the leaderboard game. Welcome back to the show. You actually were on the show. You were the first guest on the show back in episode 1. How are you today?
I'm good, Ethan. Feels like a long time since I've been here. Good to be back.
Yeah, it is. It's episode 16 now.
Oh, wow.
Felt like yesterday when we did episode 1. So do you think you can beat the winner of not the winner, so the Libby who has got her score of 7 out of 10? Do you think you can beat that?
I'm going to try my best.
Okay, but first I thought we should have a little chat about how we have gone into local lockdown because we are in County Durham. The rules have been announced on Thursday and in place today. So how do you feel about the new rules?
It's quite challenging to go from we had no freedom, then we started to like get back into it. You could see your friends in your garden, and now we've lost it, and it's quite challenging to lose such freedom constantly.
Yes, so the rules are you can't meet up with any other households apart from like your work or your education. Restaurants and pubs have to close at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
And also restaurants can only do table service. I think that is one of the rules.
Yeah, so it's quite challenging. Like, you got to walk around school in a mask, and I don't really enjoy that because I can't smile.
Yeah, but you can take it off in the classroom.
Yeah.
Can't you? And when you're eating lunch and going outside. So what do you think about them actually not introducing it in Darlington? If you don't know where Darlington is a town near where me and Tabby live. It's the big town where everyone goes, and it has got a different council than County Durham. It's Darlington Town Council. And they're not under lockdown, so we could actually just go to Darlington and meet up with 6 people. So how do you feel about that?
I think it's obviously their choice. I think it's their risk to put people up because obviously we want to keep safe, but it does give you a little bit of an opportunity. So like, if I miss my friends, I can meet them in Darlington and we can wear a mask around Darlington and still get to socialise, unlike in school where you only really get to talk in lessons, which is usually about school.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too long until they will lift the restrictions. And me and Tabby go to a youth theatre group called Turret's Youth Theatre. So do you think that they'll still go ahead with coming back? I think it's on like the 13th or the 7th.
It's October 7th.
Yeah, October the 7th. So do you think that they'll be allowed to bring it back with the rule of at least the rule of 6, or just the banning of mixing with the households?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be allowed to go back, which is really upsetting because we've waited so long. It feels like forever since I've got to see all of Turrets together, not via computer screens. And if they postpone the deadline, it's going to be so frustrating because I love seeing Turrets and it's a really great way to socialise and get out of the house and have fun.
Yeah, and also it's been actually a long time since we've been on Zoom together. It was in July the last time we were on Zoom.
Yeah, it feels like forever since I've seen everyone's faces. Someone could have another person could have gone bald again. Like, we don't know. We could turn up and everyone's gone bald. It seems to be a trend.
Yep. So I think it's now time to start the quiz. Okay, so you have to get 7, more than 7 to beat Libby and try and win the title of the king or queen of I was going to say July's leaderboard game, but it's not July's, it's September's and October's. Okay, so question 1. On Monday, social gatherings above what number were banned in England? Is it A, 2, B, 15, or C, 6? Your time starts now.
C, 6.
You are correct. You have got 1 so far. Okay, question 2. Earlier this week, TikTok rejected a deal to buy it. By which major tech company? Was it A, Samsung, B, Microsoft, or C, Apple? Your time starts now.
God, I think it was B, Microsoft.
You are correct. You've got 2 so far. You're on a winning streak. Okay, question 3. Recently, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire had its first £1 million pounds winner in how many years? A, 14, B, 9, or C, 2? Your time starts now.
I feel like it's A.
You are correct. Okay, you've got 3 so far.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Question 4. Apple have just unveiled their new service, but what is it? Is it A, Apple Experiences, B, Apple Live, or C, Apple Fitness Plus? Your time starts now.
I haven't heard about this, but I'm gonna go with B, Apple Live, because I feel like I'd use that.
You are incorrect. It is actually C, Apple Fitness Plus. Okay. Question 5. On Thursday, the government introduced a local lockdown in Newcastle, Sunderland, North and South Tyneside, Northumberland, County Durham, and which other county? Is it A, Cumbria, B, Gateshead, or C, North Yorkshire? Your time starts now.
I think it's Gateshead. I feel like they probably break rules.
You are correct. So it was B, Gateshead, that was also in a local lockdown. You have got 4 so far. Well done. Okay, question 6. PPE will be free for care homes until what month as part as the government's winter plan for coronavirus? Is it A, March, B, January, or C, May? Your time starts now.
I believe it's A, March, but that's a guess.
You are correct. You have got 5. Yeah, you've got 5 so far.
Ooh!
Yeah, 5. Sorry, I was just checking there.
Maths.
Okay, so question 6. No, not 6. We've already had 6.
We've already had 6.
I'm a bit tired today.
Yeah.
Okay, question 7. In the month of August, the UK inflation rate fell by 0.2% since July. Due to what? A nice summer. B, COVID-19 cases falling, so more people went out. Or C, the Eat Out to help out scheme.
I believe it was because of C.
You are correct. You have got 6 so far. You only need 1 more to tie with Libby. But if you get 2 more, you will be at the top of the leaderboard. But still, 3 people could beat you in the next weeks. But we'll see. Okay. Question 8. BBC's Biggest Stars earnings got released earlier this week. But who was the highest paid presenter? Is it A, Graham Norton, B, Gary Lineker, or what's he called again?
I have no idea.
Gary Lineker. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, that sounds
or
right.
C, Steve Wright. Your time starts now.
The one that I hear of the most is Graham Norton, so I'm gonna go with A.
You are incorrect. It was actually C, Gary Lineker. Okay, if you get these next 2 right, you will be at the top of the leaderboard. If you get this next one right, you will draw. Okay. Question 9. The PlayStation 5 has matched the price of the Xbox Series X, but what price are they both at? Is it A, £255? No, £250. B, £449.99. Or C, £699.
I'm not gaming myself. I'll go with B. That seems reasonable.
You are correct. Okay, so you have tied with Libby. But we'll see if you can actually win. Not win, sorry, because someone could beat you. No, if you can be at the top of September's and October's leaderboard. Okay, question 10. The Nintendo 3DSs have been discontinued after how long? Is it A, 9.5 years, B, 6 years, or C, 12 years? Your time starts now.
Oh, I feel like I should just go wild and say C.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, either way, I'm satisfied with drawing with Libby. That would be an amazing achievement for me. So I'm just going to go with C.
You are incorrect. It was actually A, 9.5 years. You are now drawed with Libby. But if no one else beats you in the next 3 episodes, you will have to do one final question in the final to see who will take that title as Queen of September's and October's leaderboard game.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so exciting.
Okay, but thank you for being on the show today. It's been great. Okay, bye.
Bye.
So Tabby has now got 7 out of 7, not out of 7 out of 10. So that means she is joint first with the top spots with Libby. So if you want to try and beat Libby and Emma in the next leaderboard game of September and October, email me at thebritkidsshow@gmail.com and type your email the leaderboard game. Sadly, that is all we have time for this week. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the 3rd of October. Hopefully you're okay with the new 2-week schedule. We'll be back with another leaderboard game of September and October, an interesting interview, the weekly watch list, and a review on going to the cinema in a worldwide pandemic. Please share this video with your friends and family to get the views up. Comment, like, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already. Listen to this show until the end. Email me and subscribe, because all them things really do help me out. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions on how to make the show better, or about the Brit Kids Show Extra, or about the Brit Kids Gaming Show, or if you have a new skill you want to talk about, or if you have a TV show or film that you would like to nominate for the watch list, or if you want to have the chance to beat Libby and Emma in the next leaderboard game of September and October, comment below or email me at thebritkidsshow@gmail.com. So that is all we have time for this week. I know, very sad. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the 3rd of October at the same time. But for now, goodbye. Bringing you a kid-friendly radio show every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock.